Welcome to Boomhauer69 channel. And today Boomhauer is going to talk about Ferrocerium rods and why I think they would be a perfect fire starting tool for the homeless. This one here is the Ozark Trail one from Walmart that I did made a short video showing it in action and stuff. That's why it's used right there. But first of all, what is a Ferrocerium rod? Some call them Ferrocerium rod, fire strikers is a common term, fire strikers term. But Ferrocerium rod, as I call them, is this right here. This is a rod. It's made out of a metal material called ferrocerium, or some call it magnesium. There's magnesium and ferrocerium. But what you're doing is you're taking a little striker, or some people use the back end of a knife, but all you're doing is with one of these is you're striking this to cause spark. And with fire strikers, like these fire starters, fire strikers, they produce a spark. And with that spark, it helps you to basically start a fire, like I showed in that short video. I'll put a link in the description for that video. And also, you can check it out on my homepage in the Boomhauer69 homepage in the short sections where Google automatically puts some shorts and stuff. But all you're doing is you're just doing this. I don't know if the camera's picking up the spark spot. You angle your striker. This is the striker. This is the rod, and you strike, and you make spark, like I'll show you again. Usually they recommend, I think it's like a 45-degree angle. But once you get good down pat the angle of producing spark, you'll be able to make spark every time. And what you're doing is that spark is creating an ember on whatever your fire tinder is. This is some old burnt grass that I used in the video. And all you're doing is that little spark is creating an ember and helping you make flame and start a fire. And the biggest reason why this would be useful versus buying homeless people a bunch of matches or a lighter, for example, which with a lighter, if the gas runs out, like you run out of fuel or it breaks and the fuel the butane or whatever, I forget the name of it, but the gas anyway runs dry out of the lighter, you can still, as long as it's produced a spark, you can still make a fire that way, which can be a little more trickier for people who don't know that trick. That's why I say this would be a perfect thing versus a lighter matches. With matches, if they're not stormproof matches, you simply get them wet. They won't work. They won't light. Like diamond matches are the common ones you find around in your local dollar stores and local department store. Diamond matches, normal basic diamond matches. If they get wet, you can't use them. They're junk. So how are you going to get a fire going? And then plus, once you run out of matches and you can't afford to go out and buy more matches, what are you going to do to make your fire to stay warm or cook or whatever you're trying to make a fire for? And two, matches, you gotta have that little on the box way to strike them, and if you ain't got a way to strike the match to get to light it, then how it's going to be helpful. Same basically with a lighter too. You know, once your fuel runs out and you don't know how to get a fire going with a lighter, a broken lighter with no fuel in it, then it's not going to be very good. But with these, it's a lot easier. You just simply on an angle, about a 45-degree, I think it is, angle they call it. But you can produce spark and get a fire going. Plus, with a lot of these, and I think even this one I haven't tested out, usually they're waterproof. So some are waterproof where you can just drop it in the water, shake it off, or, you know, wipe it off or whatever. You can easily, if they get wet or whatever, shake it off, wipe it off, and then boom. You can go back to striking and making fires again. And plus, you get more fires out of this than you would a lighter or matches, because once your matches are used up, then what are you going to do? And with these, if you know how to do it just right, you can make these last a long time, these Ferrocerium rod fire strikers, where you can get hours upon hours of worth of sparks and go many days, where you can make tons and tons of fires with no problems whatsoever. And that's what makes it nice for the homeless, because you just get that simple, longevity. You get more use out of it and stuff. And then with this one, it's compact, because they make different size ones. You can get big old Ferrocerium rods where you get tons and tons of strike times out of them, and then they have small ones like this, medium size to big size, to multiple sizes. Price wise, you can get ones from like all the way up to $100 to $5 to $2, so you name it. This one was only $5 at Walmart. One thing with this, it's got cordage on it, so you can use it as a necklace. Wear it around your neck to carry it around with you. Easily fits in a pocket, no problem. Like I'm wearing workwear jeans, I can put this right in my pocket. Carry it around, doesn't take up a whole lot of space. I can even fit this in my back pocket. And with this, if I forget and I have it in my back pocket, I can sit on it and not gotta worry about it. With matches, just if I wish to have matches in my back pocket, I'd run the risk of crushing them. Or a lighter, I run the risk of cracking the lighter, because a lot of people use big lighters, and big lighters are cheap plastic, and if you're not careful, a big guy like me can sit on a big lighter and probably crack it, break it, and then I have a wet bum a wet butt from the fuel leaking out and stuff. So the size wise, it's easy, wouldn't take up a whole lot of space in the backpack, easy to carry around. This I like because it also comes with this little bit of cordage here, where you could use this to kind of help stake down your tent, or in a pinch maybe make you some fire. And the holes where they run the cordage through, are big enough where you could even attach 550 paracord, wrap a bunch of paracord around this, or some fire rope. That's what I would almost do in a situation. Is replace this with some actual what they call fire rope. That rope you can light, and it will act kind of like a candle wick almost, and help you start a fire. I'd actually get some of that and replace the cordage with this. I wouldn't necessarily throw this cord out, I would save it, still, because it'd still be useful for something. But yeah, size wise, it makes perfect sense. It seems to be waterproof and stuff. A lot of these, if you get them wet, you can just quickly shake them off and wipe them off real good, and you can still use them versus some lighters. Usually lighters, even if they're broken, some of them, if you drop them in the water and you don't know how to properly dry the little bit of flint inside them, if you don't know how to dry that off really good and stuff, then you run the risk of it never working again, and then how are you going to start a fire? So, yeah, that's why I think these would be perfect for the homeless, is the waterproofness of them, the amount of use you get out of these versus lighters, matches, and other ways, and then how compact this is. Like, again, you can even get these that are even smaller. I actually have one that's actually attaches to a little knife that I showed in a video that works really well too. And so the size is perfect. You can put this anywhere, like I showed, in your pocket, and it doesn't take up a whole lot of space in the backpack. And this one, it would take quite a bit. You'd basically have to take a hammer to smash this and to actually break it. Get where you can easily, you drop it. But even on cement, I'll show you here. I don't know how well you can see that, but because I also had this chair in the way. Got about, but there's what it looks like dropped down this map and stuff. They got a little scuff mark there, but still. Show you here. See? Still sparking, so it's got some durability there. So yeah, that's why this would be perfect. And if you're a homeless person that has access to the computer and you stumble upon this video and you never use one of these, and this is the first time you ever heard anything about ferrocerium rods and stuff, these fire strikers, they're most commonly called fire striker. For some reason I always call them ferrocerium rod strikers, because that's usually what they call the rod part, ferrocerium, but they're most commonly called a fire striker, because what you're doing is you're taking this, or some just don't have the little striker and they just have the rod where you just take the back end of your pocket knife and strike. But this is the striker, this is the rod, and what you're doing is, I'll show you on the back side of this, they have this black coating like paint, and what you do is you scrape that off until you basically, like this, you expose some of the metal. And then you want to angle your striker, your little striker here, and you want to angle it just right. Usually, I think they call it a 45-degree angle. You want to strike it just enough where you get a spark. And once you do that, you straight spark. Some would recommend like scraping off a little bit of the metal, like here. Scrape off some of the metal, and then, not very good, but what you want to do is to sometimes scrape off a little bit of the metal, make you some little bit of metal shavings, get you a little pile, like on your burnt grass, your dry grass, if you got some dried tinder. And in the video where I showed this in action, I used some old dried up lawn clippings, but scrape your little metal onto that, or newspaper. For which I noticed with this one, by scraping some of the little, make some metal shavings, as I call it, make some metal shavings with this, and I put the metal shavings on the newspaper and I striked it. I got the newspaper to light up just like that, real easy and everything. So keep that in mind. But yeah, scrape you some metal shavings, and then once you do that, you want to angle this just right where it's making spark. And when you do, you want to hold it up to your fire tinder and strike it, and keep striking until you get flame, and then voila, you're good to go and stuff. Now, I'm no professional at these. There's people that do way better, but I encourage you to learn how to use one of these, because it's going to be definitely a lifesaver in a survival situation, or if you're homeless and stuff. But yeah, there's my reasons why I think this would be perfect for a homeless person to have. And so if you're somebody that's homeless and you don't know much about these, I highly suggest you learn how to use one of these, because it will save your butt when you're trying to make a fire for cooking or staying warm, or whatever the case may be. Maybe your backpack got wet and you need to dry out your supplies and stuff. I'm going to consider this the superior way to make fires. Yes, you can make bow drills and do all that stuff, but some of that is for more advanced people. Like personally me, I don't even know how to get a fire going with a bow drill or rubbing two sticks together to make fire. There's other ways too, but to me, I know how to use this, where this would be my main go-to for making a fire if I was homeless and I had one of these and stuff. But yeah, that's my reasons why I think this would be perfect for the homeless people to have. So if you're a homeless person and you stumbled upon this video, you're able to get some free. You have a mobile device that allows you to get some free Wi-Fi somewhere, like a McDonald's or a public library or something, or you're on a public library computer and stuff, stumble upon these videos. You can get these anywhere at anywhere that sells like camping supplies. Just go in your camping section. This one I bought at Walmart. I will put a link in the description for this product right here, this Walmart one. I'll put a link in the description. You can get this at walmart.com. Or me, I personally went to my actual Walmart near me and purchased this right in their camping section. It was about, I think, $5.98, and then plus whatever the tax was for this. So I say if you got $10, you'll be able to buy one of these, and it'll save your butt when you need to make a fire and stuff. But yeah, this is a perfect thing to have for homeless. And when I got this one, what it came with is the case, this case right here, the rod, the little striker, and then this cordage as well that was on here. This is the basic little cordage that it comes with, so you can wear this around your neck. You could even tie this on your belt loop, or you could even wear it on your arm like a wristband if you wanted to, like a bracelet almost if you wanted to. What I would suggest doing is, if you go to somewhere and you can find it, get you some of that fire cordage, that kind of acts like almost like a candle wick. Get you some of that and attach it to this. Or if you can't find that, get you some like 550 paracord, and for a little bit more, usually if I think paracord is 550 paracord, you can get for about $5.99 or around $2.99, depending on how much length do you want, like 25 to 50 lengths. But yeah, get you some paracord, attach it to this, because paracord will be a lot better in case you need to, anchor down a tarp or whatever. Get some paracord and attach it to this, and you'd be good to go and stuff. That's what I'd recommend doing, is either that fire rope or some paracordage around this to save your butt and stuff. But yeah, but there you have it. There's my thoughts, and again, these are super cheap. You can get ones from $100 if you want high end, all the way down to like $1.99 to $2.99. I bought in the past these Ferrocerium rods for only like $2.99. This one just happened to be $5.98 at the local Walmart, at my local Walmart and stuff. So they come in a different variety of shapes, sizes, and stuff. And this one is super easy to carry around. I showed you before, and it doesn't take up a whole lot of space in the backpack, so you don't gotta worry about it. And plus, this, I can tell you right now, it's waterproof. It's you drop it in some water, you can shake it off, or take your shirt, wipe it off, and boom, you'd be able to go to town and get you a fire going and stuff. And once you learn how to use one of these, it's just like riding a bicycle. It sticks with you. It's easy. It's not complicated. I was one of those people at first when I started using these. I was a little worried, like, oh, this is going to be a complicated thing. But once I started to get the knack, and I went online and watched YouTube videos of how people do it, it just became natural, and it's so easy to learn and do. And you'll be able to get multiple fires out of one of these, where you get like, I don't know, maybe 500 strikes at it before you actually gotta replace it and stuff. And so yeah, and if you're somebody that's looking around on the internet at ideas of like, what kind of stuff should I give homeless? If you're making a homeless care package for homeless people in your area, go to Walmart, get some of these, put it in that package. It'll help a homeless person out, because they'll be able to make a fire to dry to keep warm or cook, or somehow dry their clothes if they're using a fire to dry things off because their tent or their clothes got wet or something, and they're figured out a way to dry their clothes using a fire and stuff. So yeah. But I would definitely recommend the basic cordage that comes with it. I would upgrade that to either, like I said before, fire cord, fire rope stuff that acts like that you can light and acts like a candle wick and helps you make fires, or 550 paracord. or some sort of paracord and stuff. But I'll show you the holes on it again. You know, there's how big the cordage holes where you feed your cordage through, so you could put some decent sized rope on that and stuff. But yeah, there you have it. Hope you all have a good day. Thank you for watching this video. If you like this sort of content, give it a thumbs up or thumbs down. If you didn't like the video, you know, comment your thoughts below. You know, if you have some ideas, you know, what would you give to your local homeless in the area if they were struggling? Would you give them money, socks, clothes, you know, whatever and stuff, you know? One of these along with a handsaw would be perfect for the homeless and stuff. That's what I do usually, is I carry one of these along with a pocket knife and a wood handsaw when I'm out in the woods and stuff. So yeah. Hope you all have a good day. Don't forget to share this video with everyone you know. Comment your thoughts below. Thumbs up, thumbs down. Share it with everyone you know. Hope you all have a good day, and thank you for watching Boomhauer69's channel.